uh, as I mentioned, I took a lesson with Richard Wilson, and I was in a modality that involved me searching. You know, it's even worse now because you've got the internet, and there are so many different ideas flying around out there. Someone who
Yeah,
doesn't know would really become confused, perhaps.
absolutely.
And so I took about 4 or 5 lessons with Roy, and then I told you I was at an audition for a country band, which I ended up getting, by the way, I will say, proud to say. And there were a couple of drummers that have become somewhat well known and active in town. They were there too. One of the drummers, and I watched him play, and I introduced myself after he auditioned, and I said, "Did you study with Murray?" He goes, "Dick Wilson." Like, how did you know? And I said, "Well, your motions." And he said, "That's the stuff,
Mhm.
Dick Wilson." Yeah. And so I went back to Dick. So I don't have that very first lesson. After going back, I that became part of the chronology of all my lessons, that huge stack of lessons over 13 years. This one is dated 1/3/91. And so one day maybe it'll present itself. Things disappear, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm very happy to have all of the lessons that I do have, you know, because we'd have to carry, he would insist, you know, all of the students went out and bought a briefcase.
Yeah, yeah.
And so my scripts were always protected in a briefcase. And when that one filled up, I moved them to another briefcase that I kept at home. And then that happened maybe 3 or 4 times.
I've been writing them down in a little book. I got a book here, so I got them pretty much
That's cool.
chronologically in here.
Yeah, man. Yeah, very good. Okay. Well, that approach, that studious approach that you keeping track in that way represents.
Yeah, yeah. It's better like you read it's on the email, but I think it's once you transfer it, it sticks a little better, you know.
Cool, and it'll get you to where you want to go more quickly.
Right.
All that stuff that we talked about, getting on the drum kit, taking these ideas, putting them into music, making music with them, that's what this is about. Learning to solo is ultimately what this technique is about, I believe. As Murray Spivak said, however, I don't teach style, so I guess you don't have to solo if that's not your thing,
Right.
but kind of the idea. So, this lesson would have occurred after I'd studied with Wally Snow and Murray Spivak, and so I had some knowledge. And so he started me with some things that are somewhat, the next lesson is particularly modern. It involves a metric modulation, and you're playing it like 9/16.
Uh,
Put that up on the internet, teaching another student last month. So it's up. Then I realized I'd forgotten that I had this was the previous lesson. And it's a little more simple, but it falls into place with what you're working with right now. And I think it's kind of interesting to be kind of keeping Richard Wilson alive, in a sense,
mm,
through the study of some of his lessons. And circa 1991, man. We'll see how it's going, but what we were working on last week would fall right into place. I thought, oh, and Jason will get a kick out of, you know, tracking what I was doing back
Yeah.
then. And you're far enough along where a bunch of this stuff would make sense. We've gone through the chronology. We're up to the flam accent number 2. And I was preparing you for the flam tab. But it's all connected, you know? You do need to teach the chronology. But this is what Dick Wilson gave me on my first lesson. So I think this is part of some kind of chronology.
Yeah.
Okay? Pardon me. So, first, I had you working on the on the Chad Wackerman exercise, which is a beautiful exercise because it gives you something that is incredibly helpful. And I've been thinking about it. It's known. It's typically recognized, this approach to technique, Spivak-Wilson approach to technique, is about teaching one-handed playing, right? But as I think about it, that can be misleading, perhaps. First of all, drums came out of, before drum set, guys were like marching into battle, and they weren't playing single-handed. They were playing, there's a kind of thing that happens that involves both sides of your brain when you're using two hands in a way that might be different than single-handed play. And so the coordination and the feeling of both hands interacting, I think, is important, and perhaps the real genesis of this technique, of any technique. Now, what Murray and Richard Wilson did was that they understood it to an extent where they would take one hand away. And Dick would also often have you play on the side of your calf, not here on your leg.
Yeah, isolate the sound of it.
Isolate the one hand, and he'd have you play on your calf so that your arm was relaxed and stretched out.
Mm.
Right? In traditional, he would have you play on your leg. So, and see, right away I had to think about, oh yeah, I rotate like, okay, I gotta rotate like this. Okay. Which Dick Wilson in tradition, he'd call that a wrist turn as well. But there's a rotation. It's a little different than the right hand wrist turn. And now I'm thinking about that. Okay. So by conjoining both hands and then removing one hand, maybe that's a hipper way to approach this. I'm not sure, but I think it could be very helpful to think of it that way. Now, I put up a video called, I'm trying to have a little bit of fun with this, even though it's deadly serious. That's the strange irony, or seemingly contradicted nature. It seems it is kind of a, seemingly it's a contradiction, where, well, I'm trying to maintain my train of thought here for a second. Sorry about that. But, and Dick Wilson, who was brilliant, he'd say, "Take me back. What was I saying? Remind me." And you'd have to bring him back for every once in a while. So it's kind of cool just to like take the hit. But this idea of the string theory, which I've created, and maybe have I ever mentioned that? I mean, you're familiar with?
Yeah, oh yeah, we were talking about the rubber ball, the
particles in the universe. Okay, so, but Dick Wilson did talk about teaching kids a flam, for instance, with one hand high and the other hand low, and he'd talk about there being a string attached
Mm.
from one stick to the other, so that when you lift one hand up, the other hand would go up. So there was some kind of thing going on with this idea of a string having to do with the motion, one hand relative to the other. See, that's not
Yeah.
single-handed. And so I've been finding that useful. I've used it as a device to teach, and maybe you'll find it helpful and useful. Now, I was thinking about how to incorporate that idea into, because it's easy with singles, or it's easier with singles, how would you incorporate that into the Chad Lackman exercise? See, I don't know if it'll work. I'm experimenting, but it can't hurt. You know, it will create another engram, will create another divot in the brain. And so, what's happening with this idea of there being some kind of connective string from one stick to the other? Yeah, you see, so if one hand is turned up and goes down, and there was a string or a pulley, right? The other would go up, one went down. It's that kind of idea. So I'm not bouncing. See, I'm just, you could touch, I'm touching. Can you do that? You really have to decide how high you're going to come up. Now, what I don't entirely feel from you right now, just based on what I'm seeing, is, and this helps with your grip too, because the mechanics of how the body moves in terms of the wrist turn affects everything, affects the grip, right? And so there's this 3-finger grip. Now, when I'm holding with this 3-finger grip, and here's something else that I used with another student who had some confusion about the grip. We all have had confusion about the grip, but and it really helped him. I had him first just hold with the first finger and thumb. See? Now, we can take your fingers off, just first finger, thumb. Now, clearly there is pressure running from the thumb across to the first finger. It's in the first knuckle of the first finger, the index finger. Dick Wilson would talk about a little rivet running through the middle of your thumbnail over to that area in the index finger, directly across from the center of the thumbnail. And there's some pressure, right? We're holding it. And we can stick fingers. Now, notice my fingers, your fingers are tucked around. They want to do something, which isn't necessarily wrong. Yeah, just play a tiny little piano. Can you really take these fingers away? Yeah, and when you turn up, they'd stay away. Yeah, they don't need to come in. Yeah, like that, you see? Okay, so now what we could do is we could take the first finger off and put the middle finger underneath. First knuckle, crack of the middle finger. Okay? Yeah, you see your hand looks similar to mine. The hand starts to work in normal, organic ways. My baby finger's out kind of like yours. And then you could do that. You could turn with that grip. You want to head right to the center. Right to the center. Okay, and then you could add the first finger. That's a real 3-finger grip. your hand looks a little different than it did earlier. Yeah, you see? So what I feel when I add, first of all, notice, back to the thumb and the first finger. Okay. What doesn't change when I go to add, I could be Socratic about it, but I've done enough talking. Let's just keep this going. If you leave the thumb and take the first finger off and put the middle finger underneath, notice the thumb doesn't change. Take your first finger off. Yeah, see, the thumb didn't change. Go back to the first finger and thumb. See, it's right in the middle of that thumb, the ball of the thumb. Now go and put the middle finger underneath. Take the first finger. See, the thumb didn't change. Now
Right.
put the first finger on. See, the thumb didn't change.
Right.
See, and what's happening right now is that thumb is, when you have just your first finger and thumb, the thumb is sending pressure directly across to the first finger. Feel that?
Right.
Right? Because the whole pressure thing is strange. It's hard to teach, even if you're right next to the person. And
Yeah.
now if you put the middle finger underneath, the thumb is kind of sending pressure now to the middle finger. Just a little. If you send too much pressure, you start to move this down.
Yeah, it's like offset kind of a little bit.
Offset, yeah. It's almost like it's running this way now. Here, the fulcrum runs, see, now you're changing the fulcrum. The pressure.
It's kind of, yeah, it's kind of wedged into your my palm, at least. It's kind of wedged between that. Like a fixed point in my palm, you know? That's where I'm feeling it.
Yeah, mine's not even on my palm right now. I don't know
Okay.
where the palm came from, but maybe down here it would be. Yeah, down here it is on the palm. I go to show you, it's not on the palm. But yeah, but that's not the point. I don't know about the fixed point. You're right. The palm doesn't change either. That's a good observation. So the palm stays the same. But now when you put the middle finger on, the pressure is running at an angle from the thumb down to the middle finger, not straight across to the first finger. And then when you put the first finger on, it's as if the thumb is sending pressure to some place in between the first finger and the middle finger. Feel that?
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's a little pressure running across. Now I want to maintain that. That's my three-finger grip. That's really focusing in on that little tiny place that we call the three-finger grip, right? And so now you've rebounded with the first finger thumb, with the thumb and the middle finger, and then you rebound with and now you're rebounding with an actual three-finger grip. And you just maintain a little bit of pressure in the thumb running across to that place in between the first finger and the middle finger. Yes, kind of coming along. It feels like you have more of a three-finger grip. So when I'm doing this, I feel that three-finger grip right now. It's not real tight, but I'm holding something. Dick would say it's like you're holding a little marble. See, these are just words. It's like there's that string, but I maintain the grip. Are you? Can you take your baby finger and your ring finger off? What happens if you take them off? Because it looks, yeah, see, not the middle finger. You see, you're not really feeling it.
Take which off again?
Ring finger and baby finger.
Oh, yeah.
Now you have a three-finger grip. Now, I'm not asking you to hold them off when you play all the time, but are you really in touch with that? You're sending a little pressure from the ball of the thumb across.
All right.
You don't need these down here. You don't need the last two fingers. Yeah. Okay, so I'm moving with that feeling of the string and maintaining this feeling. Not bad. Okay, however, there's another element that I want to see if we can capture. Let's see. Now, if it's too slow, maybe it wouldn't make sense, right? Because I'll let this unfold and then we'll get to it. So let's see. This would be up here. Oh, see, right now, I'm busted. I can feel it. I kind of look more like you. I don't think I have it. I don't have this. I have this.
Hmm.
I didn't have this. Caught myself. It felt funny, and then I realized, okay, I'll fix that. There's a little pressure. I'm holding something. So it's a little slow for that. Just on the cusp. Just notice that at that speed, if I were to put it up to, let's see what would happen here. Don't play yet first. Oh, you're up to something. Okay. So, oh, there, I've got to create a 3 for you. It's moving all the time. See how it keeps moving? Now we could do one hand, or could we? See? But this gives you the feeling. Now, go ahead. So I'm at 72 playing playing quarter note triplets. 1 and 2 and 3. Not quarter note triplets. 1 and 1. So for every 2 clicks, you're going to get 3 notes. 1, da, da. So the first note will end with the click. The second note will be in between the click, da, da. And the last of the 3 notes will be just after the click. And then you'll land on the click again. You can count it. 1 and 2 and 3. Or you can feel it. Or you can hear it. However you want to do it. Put the metronome at 72. I'll hit you to what I'm thinking about this.
1, 2, 3. Hold on, I gotta figure this out one time. So
we're gonna count it 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and comes in between 1 and 1 and
But as far as with a click, it's so 1, 2, 3.
You're locked into it. You got to go 1 and 2. Count it. Count with me. 1 and 2 and 3.
1 and
no.
4.
1 and da 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 da. 1 and 1 and
1 and So what is the click landing? So that's where I'm losing it. The second click is on what again?
Back on the 1. We can just count 1 and 1 and 1 and. See, only the 1 lands on the click.
1 and 1 and 1 and
just keep
1
that
and
top.
1 and 1.
Okay, but okay, now what?
Yeah.
Okay, now see, but the concept that I want you to. I want you to, now this isn't the wind-up monkey in the toy store window where it moves in a stiff and jerky way and they save money on gears. So when one hand moves down, the other goes up. But there's some of that, but it's more elegant than that. So go ahead and see if you can go ahead and do that. Because at this speed, 3-finger grip, I just feel like the back of the hand, yeah, where's the forward thinking? So it's called forward thinking.
1, 2, 3, 1,
One, and count it properly. One and you got to speed up a little bit. Just keep going. Speed up a little bit. See if you land on the one. One and one. There it is. You see? Play by feel. Now, okay. Watch. Here's the gig. Turn off your metronome for a sec. This is cool. Here's what you're doing. One and two and one and you know, you can add fours, but what I'm looking for. See, the stick never really comes to rest. Keeps moving.
Right.
I keep it moving. Perpetual motion machine.
Right.
Time it so that the stick keeps moving. Because I guarantee you, when you speed this thing up, there's no time to stop. So you want to feel that at all the speeds, you know, within reason. I think that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, the hands are connected. 3-finger grip. You're back here. I can just tell you're holding the stick kind of like this, not like this. There it is. Relax your arms. See how the left is waiting at the floor? You're moving too quickly. I want you to move slowly, but not slow down. Can you? No, you can't go down quite that fast. Yeah, you have to time it so that it keeps moving.
1, 2, 3,
It might be too hard for you to get this with, hold on, I'll find another way. Can you not go down so fast? You have to move slower. You don't want to wait at the top, and you don't want to wait at the bottom. You're going down a little too fast. You're just waiting. Wait, don't wait. Yeah, go down slower. Go down slower. And lift it up slower. Time it. One, okay, so the quarter note thing you got today. Hold just 1 sec, I'll find it. Let me find another way. Da, 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 ba, da, 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 da. So if you put the metronome at 100. You're just going to play, that's a quarter note, you're just going to play to the click, play quarter notes to that click. Now you don't have to think about, now you can think about the timing of the motion, not, you're just waiting down. Can you keep it moving? Can you do it in the air? Can you do it in the air? 3-finger grip, get the back fingers, relax them. You're waiting at the bottom. Can you time it so you don't get there quite so soon? So you could keep it moving? Yeah, there. Come on. Don't go. Yeah, you got to keep. There you go. You got it. Yeah, and you got your 3-finger grip, especially on the left. Yeah, keep it moving. You got it. You're getting it. There you go. See, oh, come on. Back in the air. Back in the air. Keep it moving. It's real stretchy, isn't it? It's subtly different, but very different. Yeah, now that's a perpetual motion machine. Get all the way down to the floor, the ersatz floor, the flatness of your grip in the left. Always come right down, just above the surface. Keep it moving. Now let it touch the surface and keep that going. That's right. Wrist, not arm. There you go. Turn up the same height every time. Yeah, it's starting to, come on, that's right. And time it and lift it up right away. All right, okay. Now the two seem like they have a connectivity, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. See, yeah, you got to keep it moving because when we speed it up, you're going to be doing that anyway. So you may as well get the feeling here. It's much better. They're really good. Okay. Now, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, right. So it's real stretchy. That's why Dick Wilson say a wrist turn feels like a ball in a string, because that ball never stops. You never stop. You do
Right.
this and the ball will just drop. You have to keep it going. That's why we should both go and pick up one of those. I used to have it. It's gone. We should pick up a ball and a string.
Oh yeah, I'll have to check around next time at
Yeah, sometimes they have them.
department store.
They have that. Yeah, they have them at a grocery. Sometimes they have them at my grocery store down the street.
Yeah. Well, dollar store maybe. Dollar store might have them too.
Yeah, or every Walmart would probably, I think. Or yeah, order it on Amazon.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, so you got that. Okay, back fingers, 3-finger grip. You got to create a little pressure here. Okay. Now, how would we do this? Is there a way we could do this with the Chad Wackerman thing, or is it just some kind of fantasy on my part? Right? Just to give you the feeling, it's going to be, if it's slow enough, maybe it would weight down here. If it's really slow, I mean, but if you really work on the timing, you can get it pretty slow and learn to keep the stick moving. All right. So now what we have is we'd have, let's see. How would I do that? See, there's the pulley. When the right hand goes down, you get it. This is new to me too. There it is. One, two, three, four. So you're still getting that, string theory concept. So put your metronome at 60. Typically, this is done without the metronome, but I'm playing around with it. So your right hand's going to be in the air. 3-finger grip, please. Back fingers just, yeah. Focus up front. Forward thinking grip. Forward positioned grip. Okay? And so if the right hand is high up here, waiting, turned up, you're going to feel that, right? There's that thing going on. Good, go for it. Play 4. But lift up the other stick. Feel that. But you see, you're not lifting up the right. And you know that, no, so you're not lifting up the right. Oh, don't be stiff and jerky. You keep it moving. It's got, there you go. Right, isn't that what Chad is kind of doing? He lifts it up. And the other hand that is on a string connected to the right hand is giving you the feeling and helping you with the timing of the motion, of the lift. See, as you go down in the right, left lifts up. As the left goes down, the right lifts up. And it's got that feeling in the right, it's always moving. The left isn't always moving, is it? That's what would happen. It would move similarly, though. All right, don't get ahead, but you got the idea. See how that'll turn into rebounds in both hands? Okay, now, hold on. Let me turn off your metronome. The speed is inserted. Okay, that would be 4. So how does it work again? Let's see. Yeah, I'm having problems with it too. There it is. Try 3.
So it's going.
gotta lift. The other hand has to lift. It's string theory. Yeah, your timing isn't quite right, is it? Hold on. Let me figure it out for you. Hold on, I have to think about it. I'm making this stuff up as I go along. Uh, 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 See this now this hand is keeps moving. Now we're at a speed where the other hand would keep moving. So now both hands are perpetual motion machines, and you'll have the timing. Back fingers, 3-finger grip. You're not thinking that, I can tell. There you go. Right's gonna go down. Keep the left. Don't slam the left down. Move smoothly, like the stretchy string. Paddle and ball. Keep it moving. Keep the other hand moving. Lift it up. Don't go down too fast to the left. Time it with the other hand. It's going to go up about. It's going to go down at the speed the right hand is going to go up. Just keep time. Good. It's really good. Come on, that other hand all the way up, or the right can't come down. If it's on a string. No, wait. Your time, turn the time around. The click lands with the first of the rebounds in the right. Stop. You put the right hand up in the air. You've had it a couple times here. As the speed of the right going down will be the speed of the left going up. If you're really on a string. There you go. Finger grip, you see? 3-finger grip. There you go. Okay, there's that idea, you see? It changes it, doesn't it? It's kind of cool. Hold on. One more iteration. So let's see if I can do it. So how does it work? This one's up here. There it is. There it is. 2. Go and play 2.
So it's 1, 2, click, 1, 2, click, 1, 2, like that.
There you go. It's the old Phil Collins baby strokes. Now we're playing 3.
Yeah. 1, 2, click, 1, 2, click, 1, 2, click, 1, 2, click.
Left has to lift up as the right goes down. Wait. You know, Jason, you can't clean it. To set yourself up for success, you have to start with the right hand in the air,
Right.
and the left hand and they have to time. You have to time them right from the beginning, right, just like that. So go, da.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah, that's right. You got to keep lifting that left. You got to keep moving. 3-finger grip in the left. It looks wimpy up front. You have to have a grip up front.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
There it is. Come on, lift. There it is. 3-finger grip, please. Okay. See? Changes it. Good. Now, see? Okay, so now we would do this, I guess. Da. So it'd be, trying to get that feeling, maintaining a 3-finger grip. And ultimately I can stop down. But there's both sides of the turn. So good, now turn that into singles.
Was that triplets? No, was that?
16th note. We're just,
Oh, 16, no,
we're all
one and yeah, all right.
one and two and.
One and
Wait. You're not setting yourself up for success. First of all, your grip. Your stick is laying in the back of your hand to some extent. That's right. Now get down at the floor on your left and get the right stick up. How much for that monkey in the window? How much for the monkey in the window? Don't go slamming down. You have to keep them moving. You have to go down slower. And you don't wait at the top either. Same period of time at the top as it is at the bottom. All right, here you go. Okay. Ta-da. Yeah. Yeah, look. Yeah. See? You finger grip. And you're tripping your wrists. Yes, man. Don't stop down. Don't go shove. Yeah. Keep it moving. Perpetual motion machine. You've invented the first perpetual motion machine. You. All right, I'll be right back. Really good. Very cool. See, it has to be at a speed that will.
Yeah, it's a little slow for that.
That will make it practical to keep moving.
Yeah, seeing how slow I could actually get it going.
Yeah, that's good. I almost did that with you too.
Yeah.
Thought about that word.
That's a little too tough to get that one together.
It's somewhat esoteric, and you sit there. I've done that, just in the air.
Yeah.
Trying to keep it. How can I keep this moving and play in time and not slow down? But slowly.
Yeah, you almost gotta like pull back on going down. You almost gotta like put resistance.
And going up, both.
Yeah.
It's like windshield wipers; they never stop.
Right.
They keep moving. Which I've used that analogy before. Okay, now the next thing we did is I had you at 60. Now the throw, tying all of this into the throw is interesting. And I should do that if we're going to get to this Richard Wilson exercise. We'll save the best for last. Always love that too. Yeah, I like the idea of that. Okay. All right. So, we still at 60 here? Yeah. So, so this feeling that you're getting, right? This feeling that you're getting. See? This feeling that you're getting. There. That feeling will lend itself to the throw, because that's a wrister, and a throw is just a wrister, right? We have this part of the throw. See, it's just a wrist returning. It's a different kind of wrist. This kind of wrister, right? We get this, and then we get this wrist turn. So we get I'm a little better at it. So I had you at this speed, huh? Working on my left right now. Coming along. Then we have you do that. To get that stretchy feeling happening down at the floor. 3-finger grip. So first I had you play just the throws. That would be appropriate for the speed if you were to throw for 4 notes. Rebound. See if you can do that. No, well, stop, stop, stop. See, stop. Already you've abrogated the concept. If you're doing this, and I wanted you to do this, so it would be more like this. See how smooth that is? And the wrist turn. There's a smoothness to that.
Mm.
We get that. This. See? There's my 3-finger grip. Stick can move through there. Clutch with the back fingers. Stick has freedom to do what it would do. And then the hand becomes constipated. Okay, go for it again. Hold on. Your new mantra before you start to play, call it setting yourself up for success, is the 3-finger grip, right? Now, what would wrist turns look like without the throw? Just remind yourself of that stretchy feeling that you're in touch with today. No, don't. Oh, okay. You do it in the air. Do it in the air for a minute. You have to move in relationship to each other. That's right. See? You can move at that speed. So now you just do a little bend, a little wrist turn, and make that motion. Okay? Yeah. Start with the turns. Can't go down fast. Can't go down faster than it goes up. Start to happen. Yeah, starting to happen. 3-finger grip. Keep it going. Now, keep it going. Think of the string theory. Now, don't be afraid to turn. That's right. It's a little bend forward. You don't have to come up too much. It's more of a feeling of the turn without the throw. Isn't it right? It's going to have that same feeling. Now you're just going to turn that into 4 rebounds. Da, 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 da. There you go. Not too bad. Finger grip, it'll bounce, a little bend, which is a wrist turn, and then don't be afraid to turn up with that stretchy string theory feeling. Don't exaggerate anything. And you see almost that it kind of keeps moving, doesn't it? By the time you're bending and lifting in one hand, the other hand's going down. So the string theory has a certain quality or activity to this in more than one way. Okay, now go back. Now we're going to throw for 3. So we have to get the timing of the throw for 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Da, 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 da. 1, 2, 3, 1. You're losing your throw, aren't you? Now you've just gone back to your old, there's no string theory. Okay, just turn your wrist in the air at that speed. No. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Don't go see. No stretching. It's even faster. It's easier to keep it moving. You're just popping at the ground, shoving down, and you're not all at the floor. Up. Go down slower. Slower. You're getting it. It's all easy goose. So what do they call it?
And a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 3 and a 1.
What do they call it? You're playing greasy, man. Let's go greasy.
And a 1 and a 2 and a
There you go.
And a 1 and a 2.
There you go. See how much more relaxed? You come to the floor, 3-finger grip. Now let it bounce. Da, 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 da. Keep it moving. Think of the string. It's gorgeous, man. Really good. Now we're going to, okay, now we're, da, 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 da. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, Now we're going to do this. This one for your metronome. See, now we're. See, I want this wrist turn. I want to feel this wrist turn. And then we turn that in to go slamming down. Start with the wrist turns. Don't change the experiment. 3-finger grip. Wait, stop, stop. Let's set yourself up properly. 3-finger grip. One hand is going to start high. If you're just turning right now, wouldn't one hand be high? Not high in terms of turning your wrist high. Not the one hand high, the other hand, a little flam idea. Just turn your wrist up. No, wait. Turn your wrist up and wait in the air. Remember that? And the speed that comes down is the speed the other is going to go up, and keep it greasy. So don't throw, just turn. Get the turn. You can do it in the air. There you go. You're waiting at the ground, and it's even faster. Why? No, come on. You got to come all the way down in the left, right down to the imaginary floor if you're in the air. Come on, you got to keep it moving. Smooth it out, dude. There, it's starting to happen. There it is. There it is. Now just turn that into a throw. Go ahead and throw on the surface. Come on, keep that going. There you go. That's good, man. There you go. Keep that smooth turn. Don't go throwing the stick up in the right. Keep it down at the same. See how the whole thing keeps moving? Starting to happen. Okay, turn that into doubles. Yeah, man. Don't lose it now. 5-stroke roll. Nice and relaxed that is. Okay, it's going to happen. All right. Okay, so, 7-stroke. Go in 7. 5, 6, 7. Keep the smoothness. Don't go slamming. Don't do anything weird. 3-finger grip. String theory. Other way. Other way. Really good, Jason. Both ways. Both ways. And the mixie actually starts. Gonna have to move right away. That's right, but it's still smooth and stretchy and stringy. Close. Throw. Don't forget to turn up to the ceiling. Don't make it an arm thing. It's more about the turn, isn't it? It's about that thing when you weren't throwing. There, turn, and don't come down faster than you go up. All right, okay. You get the idea.
Yeah.
You're starting to
Slow it down, yeah.
You're starting to.
Smooth it out, rather.
Isn't it beautiful? It seems it's subtle, but it ain't so subtle.
Yeah.
Yeah, look how beautiful that is. So while everyone is busting their rear ends to play, you don't have to.
Yeah.
And guys used to say to me, yeah, when you get this technique, it feels like you're in slow motion.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
I think this is what they were talking about.
Mm.
Okay? So we've worked on the Wackerman. And that's involving, and you're going to do it left and right, both ways. 4, 3, 2, and then 1. And once we get to 1, that's singles. So you've worked on your singles, but with both hands, using the Chad Wackerman. Because that's what the Chad, remember you'd throw and you go, when do I lift it up?
Right.
Right? That was confusing to you. Sometimes or not throw, you turn, and you wouldn't lift up right away. You'd wait down, and then you couldn't grasp the timing of when to turn up. But by using both hands in the string theory, it gives it to you.
Yeah. Works out the timing.
Just say it. Okay. All right, now to the Richard Wilson exercise. Okay? Now, once again, we've worked on rebounds, we've worked on singles, we've worked on doubles and roll strokes. Dick would typically include all of these kinds of things in a lesson. And then he might write something out or give you a stroke. Here he's written something out. I sent it to you. We're playing to a half note. In other words, we're duplicating page 5 of stick control, right? You'll notice page 5 is in cut time, written as eighth notes, so you'd count them as 16th notes. So, perhaps, potentially. Now what we've got is, see how this is going to dovetail beautifully? We have you throwing nicely for 4. Very relaxed. And so he has you throw for 4 in the right, then for 4 in the left, then for 4 in the right, then for 4 in the left, and then he goes into groups of 6 eighth notes, still in cut time. So it'd be like 16th note triplets, right? Right? Da, 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 da. One and a, if you were in 4/4, it'd be one and a 2 and a da, 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 that would turn into 16th note triplets. If you were thinking that way. So it's about, can you hear it? Can you play it? Can you feel it? And can you maintain everything we just worked on?
Yeah.
So what we're doing here, well, let's keep it at 60. You were successful. You take it up to 66 or 69. As with the Chad Wackerman seems to work at 60. Leave it there. And we're going to doubles. So 60 seems like a comfortable tempo right now. You were successful. Let's not push our luck. Let's let that settle in. Those tunes that are so much more relaxed and natural, I think. Okay. So now Dick has me at 72 to 80, but so for 60, and it can be more difficult getting the thing to rebound at that slow tempo, but we just proved that it can be done. Right? Now, can I play this exercise? It's going to involve everything I just described. To get this, you might just want to start. You might just want to start. See, you might want to just start like that. I don't know, but we're going and you might just want to throw for 4. I'm looking for it, especially my left. There it is. Sorry. Take my time. I had it there for a minute. It really felt good in both hands. There it is again. And then it's going to go. Through into the singles. I don't think you should. You want to be at the floor and then turn. And there's the string theory. So it's ubiquitous. Beautiful little exercise, isn't it? And not easy. While everyone else is trying to play really fast. What about learning how to play slow? What about learning to play properly through all of the different ranges of speed, and as well, and this exercise doesn't call for it, but we want to learn how to play through the spectrum of dynamics also. Everything's connected. You know, like maybe a violinist would study to become first chair in a symphony orchestra.
Yeah.
Kind of that idea. Drummers don't typically think that way, right? You need to know your stuff.
Oh yeah.
Play third chair. You have to. Not to mention know the repertoire. Oh my God. And yet, they're professionals that have done the work, right? And then you get the people that become the great artist, right? You get, listening to Gustav Mahler, his Adagio last night. It's like, oh my God. Or Miles Davis, who managed to do something so spectacularly creative that he'd be considered a great artist. Okay, so go ahead, 60, and let's hear you play this. Okay, now, what are you going to start with? You're not doing it. There you go. There you go. See, you got a little pressure running from the thumb over to the first finger and the middle finger. A little pressure because the stick is laying, creating pressure downward. There's also a little pressure sideways towards maybe the top of the, yeah, there's some pressure going this way, and the weight of the stick is creating a feeling of, you can call it pressure or just the weight of the stick laying in the hand. Okay. Grips looks good. You hit the floor. Let's get some flat. And okay, yeah, you're ready to go. You don't even need to just turn your wrist in the air. You have to get this part. Once you do this, you have to turn up and get that. You have to turn up to the ceiling at the speed you're going to come down. And that's really all the throw is. Don't go lifting the stick up until it finishes rebounding. It's going to start to move so that there's a seamlessness between both hands. Left, right, pronate, turn. Don't be afraid to turn to the ceiling. You've got to have the regular wrist turn. Get a grip up front and your left. Don't be afraid to create a little pressure up there. It'll bounce. Okay, so you're gonna play 4 rebounds in the right, 4 in the left, 4 in the right, 4 in the left, and then 1 into, 2 into, 3 into, 4 into. Groups of 6. Oh no, it's singles.
Oh.
Come on, don't lose the stretchy feeling. It's coming back. Stretchy feeling when you get to the singles. Come on, make a throw. Too close to every bar.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Get it, man. Throw in the right twice, throw in the left twice. And the singles. Yeah, you'll notice, hold on. Big, coming along. Right? So you're like, I know, see, you have to have, I think I demonstrated it. So I know I want this. And then I want those. Let's see what's happening. It's starting to happen. See, the tone doesn't change. But I keep turning. It's the same thing. The singles a little hard for you. Smooth it out. Yeah, turn a little higher. Just a little higher. Because your throws are higher. Yeah, it doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be disconnected from the string theory. Okay, just play singles at this speed. Just singles. Oh, it's gotta be triplets. Faster.
What is it?
It's triplets. How would you do that in the air? Is it moving in the air? Almost. Go down faster than you go up. Three-finger grip. Relax your arms. Step out. Right, you really have to turn up, don't you? Remember, if you want the left to go up, the right has to come down at the same speed, meaning it has to travel the same distance. And you have the proper yin and yang relation. Yin and yang relationship. Different of the throws. Nice and relaxed. Nice and relaxed. There you go. You turn it a little bit. Travel a little bit through the air. Get plenty of time. Now put up a video when I'm turning. Or maybe when I'm speaking.
What is it?
Yeah, put up a video. I've been putting up videos where when I'm turning, I'll turn like that, but then I'll crescendo it, staying as a wrist turn, not going into arms and shoulders, which means I'm turning really high. I'll put that up. So for those of you checking the video, no, don't do that right. No. Yeah, I should have mentioned it. But I just want you, yeah, because you went into half turned over, your finger, just keep it here. But you can turn up a little bit. I was turning up about that much. Turning up about that much, right? Yeah. Okay. So go ahead and play the exercise one more time. Now remember, the throw isn't about doing a ton of, this is where Murray, I think, would say, and Richard Wilson, the students, come in with a gooseneck, which isn't wrong if you do it properly. But now, we don't want to make too big a deal out of the pronation, which is a wrist turn. We want to turn. So we're getting that regular wrist turn. So we get this with a little of this to get it started. It's like you're just breaking your wrist. And then you have to turn. You have to turn. There, you see you're turning. Up into the air at the same speed you come down. Don't go slamming it down faster than you turn toward the air. It's got to be like the string theory. Like the stretchy ball on a stretchy string with a paddle. Beautiful. Then the singles. It only right? It's only 2 throws.
Yeah.
So it's going to be faster. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. 1, 2. Don't start slamming now. So you're not turning up in the right. You lost your throw in the right. Come on. You got to turn to the air. There it is. You understand with me? You got to do the little bend first. Bend here. See, there's an upstroke there, isn't there? See the upstroke? Tell me, where's the upstroke? There. Now just break it down. Where is the upstroke as you're turning? Slower.
Upstroke 1, 2, 3, 4.
And you might want to write when you photocopy that and print that out. You might want to write. See how you see the slurs under the notes that are rebounding?
Yeah.
And then you might want to incorporate an arrow. You know how to do this. I've sent you stuff like this. It's arrow. It's the arrow that starts on the note that would be the up, and then it points. You can start above if there's room, or you can write it below. In this case, the sounds are so close together, you could write it below. So that is the upstroke that precedes the downstroke, the throw for, for getting back into the rebounds, which involve a slow. Yeah. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and 1 and a 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So it's the last right of the triplets.
4 and
C.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1.
There you go.
3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, you got to smooth it out. So there's nothing to think about. Only it's so natural.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2,
Turn your wrist. Stop. Not turning your wrist. Okay. There you go. Turn up to the ceiling at the same speed you come down. All right, Jason. Yeah, that's really good, man. It's like a Nicholson exercise. And he's not rolling over in his grave. He's delighted.
yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. So you see that what you're getting today, although it seems like it's not that big a deal, it's real subtle. But what Dick would say is, Kevin, the subtlety is everything.
All right.
Camera.